Welcome. In this video, we're going to talk about AI and personal agency. As we discuss in more depth in the personalization video, the goal of personalization is to predict who you are today and who you will be tomorrow for everyone around the world. AI systems make these predictions using data that we offer up ourselves explicitly and using data that is inferred about us by combining the data about us with everyone else. AI systems use the combination of explicit and implicit data to pursue understanding and creating the most personal view of each individual. Understanding our futures, all human futures, is a very valuable business. Tristan Harris calls the data known about us a digital voodoo doll. The big platforms have the best voodoo dolls based on the quantity and quality of information gathered about each of us individually and in aggregate. Any company that has access to these voodoo dolls can decide whether to push a pin in to manipulate us into action. This manipulation makes it easier for the human futures traders to make money. As with any tradable commodity, if you can know the future, if you can create the future, you have the best opportunity to make money. This means that the aim of personalization is not just to have the best predictions, but to make those predictions more predictable. This brings us to the paradox of personalization. The best way to personalize a person's future is to make that future less personalized. To increase efficiency of personalization, we need to put you, each and every one of you, in a box that will fit the prediction of who you will be tomorrow. This state of hyper-personalization can feel accurate but creepy. It can feel like magic but also like dark sorcery. How did the AI know that I would want that? Or perhaps the question is, would I have wanted it if the AI hadn't said I would? Am I making choices for myself, or is the AI making choices for me? This paradox leads to two different forms of AI design. The first is human-centered design, where we seek to understand the future you to create an offer that you will want. The other, though, is human futures design, where we aim to create the future you by manipulating you, by understanding things about you that you don't understand yourself, so that you'll accept what is on offer. While human-centered design seeks to understand and solve human needs and desires, human futures design seeks to create needs and desires inside the human. While human futures design may lead to profitable businesses, it also robs us of our personal agency. We are our choices. Without our choices, we each become an unperson. If hyperpersonalization directs us to make choices we wouldn't otherwise, we lose ourselves. We're not exploring life and creating our own existence. We're solving the problem the AI wants us to solve. So the aim of personalization needs to be to understand each person, not manipulate them, to maintain a person's agency, to choose and maintain their right to their future tense, to determine their future and experience that freedom that is at the heart of the human condition. We have the right to our future tense. Human connection is a complicated thing. It requires each person to have the agency to act, to choose to connect, to actively reach out. The deepest connections require each person to show up, to be vulnerable, to risk something. And they require each person to have empathy, try to understand each other. In some ways, the goal of using AI to enhance human connection seems impossible. AI can easily be misused and remove human agency, not only by intent, but also as a byproduct of the AI solving a goal. AI cannot be vulnerable. It can fake emotions, but it has no concept of risk or that gut fear of opening up. And AI cannot empathize. A non-conscious thing can't understand what it is to be a conscious thing. But what can AI do? What if AI can understand what would free us and empower us, each of us individually, to give us agency to connect? Could that understanding be individualized and personalized? What if AI could understand what makes us feel safe, providing the setting to be vulnerable with each other? Could that understanding be personalized? And what if AI could help us understand each other, to break down our barriers and biases? Today we have AI that helps us communicate with each other better, We have AI that can interpret our emotions. We have AI that can help us understand each other better. We even have AI that can help us understand our own internal biases. Part of the beauty of AI is that it can find patterns we can't see. It can understand the world in ways that we can't. It's exciting to think about the possibilities of how personalized AI, the non-hyper AI, could help us understand each other in ways that we can't even contemplate today. If it can, perhaps it is possible that AI could help increase and enhance human connection. We hope you've enjoyed this brief video on AI and personal agency. Please reach out to us on www.sonderscheme.com or via email at hello@sonderscheme.com to continue the conversation. Thanks.